Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, December 27th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, it is my responsibility to listen to the guidance of my soul. I was expecting it to be Monday. I was like, it's not Monday. This is for Tuesday. So, I want to do an interesting thing. I want to do a state of the planets because we are finishing up our last few days of 2022 and entering 2023, which is going to be such a shifty year. So just kind of go through where we've got some things going on. So we've got some Capricorn. We've got really strong Capricorn lessons right now with the Sun in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn for about one more week, and Mercury about to go retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So all of this Capricorn energy is bringing up that energy of responsibility. And while we often get accountable to society, to law, to societal morals, to me, the highest level of Capricorn is that responsibility to soul energy. And it's from there that we can move in our highest timeline, in our highest and favorite and best way, right? So tuning into that, and with Mercury going retrograde, hopefully it'll help shift us out of places where we're being beholden to old law and things that are not as purposeful as soul. So we've got that. Aquarius, just gonna go down line. Oh, we also have I didn't even mention it. Pluto. We also have Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto finishing up in Capricorn. Pluto will be moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius come March. It's going to move back into Capricorn. It's going to take a little time to finish up this Capricorn energy. But as Pluto traverses the final degrees, it lends an energy of power to what I was just speaking about, our purpose energy, a call to take our power back. So just keep that in mind, because Pluto moving into Aquarius is a whole new ball game for all of us. And that's the thing, like whether you're Capricorn or not, I'm being handed a cat. I'll always accept the cat. Here's a little wolf. She ran out earlier, so I guess this is to keep her naughty self inside. Say hi to people, wolves. She's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't like this. I want to be put down. Are you going outside, Jojo? There it goes. I forget what I was saying. Pluto, soul purpose. Oh, that's what I was saying. Regardless of whether you are Capricorn or Sagittarius or any other sign, we feel all of these energies, and we all have different lessons that come as these planets move into signs. There goes Wolf. She is off. So you might be like, phew, I'm a Capricorn and Pluto's leaving, and that's valid. And at the same time, it's like, okay, what do I have going in Aquarius? Where is Aquarius in my chart? Because we all have lessons in that. So speaking of Aquarius, Saturn finishing up in Aquarius. In March is when it will shift out. March is a big astro month. Book your readings in advance, right? So Saturn finishing up in Aquarius is giving us a quick download around our responsibility. Saturn ruling Capricorn energy brings that responsibility lesson to Aquarius. Being responsible for our vibrational energy and being very strong in that. That's a really important lesson. Let's get that before Pluto moves in, because when Pluto moves in, those vibrational swingings are going to be much different. And I think it's a reminder that we are responsible for our community with Saturn and Aquarius, and yet at the same time, we are responsible for bringing our own vibration, our own spectrum of energy, our own unique calling, purpose, information, understanding to the world as well. So this is a call not to shrink yourself, but to expand yourself with Saturn moving in Aquarius. Pisces, we just had Jupiter move out of Pisces, but we still have Neptune in Pisces for the next little bit, for the next couple of years. And Neptune in Pisces is helping us all wake up spiritually, reminding us all that we all have that sixth sense, that psychic gifts. We all have that connection to God, universe, and it's so important that we utilize that. So Neptune just recently went direct and is still working that 22 master degree right now. Jupiter recently shifted out of Pisces, helping expand that spiritual experience into Aries, reminding us of who we are and that who we are is important. Jupiter and Chiron, newly direct in Aries, are both helping us dig into those lessons. And this will be important because later this year, the North Node will also join Chiron at that point in Aries. Moving on to Taurus, we've got the North Node there and Uranus there, helping shake up monetary systems and our personal sense of worth. I say at the end of every scope right now, honor your values. That is a direct, hey, this is important, about the North Node in Taurus. So listening to what is valuable to you, whether it's time, energy, your love, any of that, paying attention to that is very important. Mars is currently, looking at the chart, Mars currently retrograde in Gemini until about the middle of January. So until the middle of January, we're going to have Mars and Mercury retrograde, which means you may want to do those New Year's resolutions, and yet it may not be the time to really set those things in place. There's a lot of change and shift that's still going to be going on with Mars still retrograde. So be aware of that. I'm going to skip the other asteroids. The only last thing that I want to mention is South Node in Scorpio, reminding us that fear is a threshold that we do not have to be beholden to. There's that word again. That we do not have to always stand behind. Sometimes fear is a guidance, but a lot of times fear is wounding. It's trauma that we need to look at and be present with so that we can lean into our values, so we can trust this planetary experience. So that was a quick, fairly quick, state of the planets. And we might do this here and there with these shifty energies coming in. Because these are the energies, these are the people in your neighborhood, right? These are the planets in your neighborhood. These are the energies that we are working with right now. And it's good to know what we're working with so we're not pushing against it, so we can co-create with it. So let's dig into today's astro just a little bit. There's not too much going on. We have Sun in Capricorn connecting to Moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces, bringing that spiritual sense. And the Sun in Capricorn, as it connects to the Moon in Pisces, is like, oh yeah, I want to practice this responsibility to my spiritual self. And one of our top cards today is the Inner Voice card, making sure that we are taking time to meditate, connect in, so that we can be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, to quote Abraham, to what is going on. Part of, I think, being in our inner voice is also finding the magic, finding the good in the mundane, looking for spirit in the mundane. And spirit's out there. It is that hawk flying by. It is the rock, in your shoe. It is the rocks under your shoe. It is the snow falling from the sky. It is the winds blowing through. It's the person, walking by outside your house. Spirit is everywhere. When we start recognizing that, our world becomes holiness. So keep that in mind for today. The other connection we have is the Moon in Pisces connecting to Mars in a square. And what is that song? Well, what I'm hearing is you don't have to have it figured out just yet. That's the line in the song. You don't have to have it figured out just yet. What is the next step? Listening to your intuition to help guide you into your next step. And it's trusting that it's going to be wonderful or you're going to grow, right? And either option is wonderful. The friendliness card so often reminds me of like us in the universe building our relationship, our infinite relationship, recognizing the universe is a friendly place, keeping that in mind. No other transits for the day. The only other card is Source. So sourcing our energy through Source to help move us through all of this. So that is it for today. You can book a reading, 2023 year ahead readings. Like I said, we have a lot of shift going on, so you definitely may want to tune in for some of that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.